Assalamu alaikum. In this paper presentation, we will discuss three different things for types for 5G polar codes. The first one is the development in the first section. In the second section, we will discuss the operation for the 5G polar codes, how we can implement, and the performances for the 5G polar codes in the third section, where third section we have different error corrections and detections schemes. So the first thing, that is actually the third generation partnership project, represents a collaborative effort invested in the standardization of the global network protocols, where we can say that this diagram or this table defines different generations from 1G to 5G, and the characteristics and the technologies and the applications to these different 5 till 5G fifth generations. And when we come up with the fifth generation, as we require high data streams, very high throughput, we need extreme broad band. So we come up with different applications that defines the enhanced mobile broadband, that defines ultra reliable low latency communication and the massive machine type communications. And that is actually for the consumers and industrial internet of things and the industry mission critical machine to machine communications, that is very helpful. So 5G is very change. There's a big change that comes to the 5G. And this paper actually provides a survey of the operation and performance of the polar codes that have been specified for the new radio control. And it is actually the biggest surprises in the 5G standardizations so far has been the acceptance of polar codes as an official channel coding technology. And these decisions of course are made on complex ones, that we define that regardless of the short time ago, that the popular belief that turbo codes would never be eclipsed. So we change from the turbo codes to the polar codes. What actually the polar codes are and how we define the polar codes, and they are actually introduced by Erdal Ariken in 2008, and they actually are the define the control informations. But basically what actually the polar codes are and how we can define, so the polar codes actually are the channel coding technologies, and all channel coding technology works in basically quite similar way, as we know. So we have the communication links are susceptible to errors due to random noise, interference, device impairments that interrupt the original data stream at the receiving end. So a channel coding basically employs a set of algorithm operations on the original data stream at the transmitter, and another set of operation on the received data stream at the receiver to correct these errors. So the focus of channel coding research may be stated quite simply to develop high performance channel codes that actually mitigate the effect of the errors in a communication link. So the complexity of a code determines everything, that is how much power it consumes, how much memory it needs, and how much computation power it requires, and how much latency it incurs, all of which at the end of the day determine whether a code is good for any particular use or a case. So this actually defines the channel coding method broadly fall under two classes, that we have a block codes and a convolutional codes. So this codes actually comes from the error correcting codes on the 5G NR control channels that attain the capacity of binary input, memoryless and symmetric channels with efficient encoding, decoding and construction algorithm. The physical channel that defines in the new radio polar codes, that is uplink and the downlink. So for uplink, it conveys information from the UE to a base station, which referred to as NR base station, and also called as G node B. In future we'll use this term G node B in for different coding techniques. And the physical control channel in NR is actually used for physical uplink control channel and physical uplink shared channel. And this NR base station G node B transmits to the user equipment in downlink. So the terms that are used, the physical control channels that are used for downlink are the physical downlink control channels and physical broadcast channels, and they actually broadcast the control information to all user equipments and connected to the NR base stations. Similarly, this figure represents different downlink and uplink physical channels and the descriptions and the channel codings that are used. So the channel coding that are used for uplink are the polar codes and the PC polar codes, or short block code we call them. So and for a physical uplink shared channel, we use LDPC for application of the data and the polar codes. And the channel coding that are used for downlink are the polar codes, LDPC, and polar codes as well for different PBCH techniques, PDCH, SCH, and PD CCH. And these carries application data and paging informations, side by side conveys downlink control information, and also PBCH carries part of system information required for user equipment to connect to a NR base station. And these are actually defined for different techniques. And this physical uplink control channel and physical uplink shared channel delivers uplink control information, which comprises of hybrid automatic repeat request acknowledgement and scheduling requests, and the radio resource control signaling messages, and the control channel state informations. That the figure in the next section also defines the encoding and decoding channel illustrations. And the physical downlink control channel delivers downlink control information, and physical broadcast channel conveys system information and connects UEs to NR base stations. And this is actually the encoder and decoder block diagram of channel coding for 3GPP NR, and physical uplink control channel and physical down channels. And for this use in order to extend the UE battery life, it is actually reason for termination is supported for the PDCCH polar code, where CRC bits are dispersed across the information bits using an interleaver. And the operations second part of this paper is the operation of polar coding components, and it is actually the information operation. And this actually depends on multiple tasks, and that the code block segmentation, it is employed in PUCCH and PUSCH when encoding and decoding long blocks. CRC calculation and attachment actually happens when polar encoding a number of redundant CRC bits are appended during each information block segments. Similarly, we have radio network, temporary identifier scambrel, and in which each UE in a cell is allocated a unique RNTI, which is used by the MAC protocol to address particular downlink control information to a particular uplink user equipments. CRC interleaving is second part, and in order to enable forward error correction, the new radio polar code introduces redundancy in the form of frozen and PC bits into the sequence of information and CRC bits. And after inserting frozen and PC bits among the information and CRC bits, polar encoding is performed by multiplying the row vector of n inputs U by a kernel matrix Gn to obtain a row vector of n encoded bits. And similarly, we have sub-block interleaving that actually comes up with the rate of matching and is composed into three subsections: the sub-block interleaving, bit selection, and channel interleaving. And this is the flow chart for generating the information of the bit pattern, and this is a rate matching modes for each combination of information block length. And this is an example that actually helps us in coding of the PUCCH and PUSCH, and the bit insertion for the information of QI. And when the information bit rate is 12 and the control interleaving is 34, this is actually the example in each step by step. And the third part of this paper is the error correction and error detection performance of NR polar codes, that actually defines the block error rate and fast alarm rate. And the future improvements in this case is implementation